Absolutely, yeah. So I do work with multiple exclusive libraries. The second part with that, do you work with non-exclusive? No, I did some non-exclusive work maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I have really not done that for the last couple of years. Non-exclusive libraries have really kind of gone out of business. There's been a lot of problems with retitling. Big disaster. So really everybody's moving to exclusive. So yes, and I do recommend if you guys want to get into the production library world, you at least partner with two in the beginning stages, okay? So the reason being, let's say you go to just one, you feel that they get good placements, you feel like you're in good hands, they're communicating with you, they're talking to you, getting on the phone, you're like, hey, this is great, I'm working with a great company. And you only work with one library for a full year or 2 years, and they get you a couple of placements, you get some income, and you're feeling good about that. But what if you had partnered with a second library, also supplied them with some music, and you now know that the second library actually got you twice as much work, twice as many placements, and for whatever reason, just your music was really flying off the shelf for their particular clients, right? Because each library will have different clients. These guys are doing ads and trailers. These guys are doing reality shows, and your music, let's say, is just perfect for one of their clients that has 4 reality shows and tons of episodes. And if you guys ever watch reality TV, it's nothing but background music, and they're just throwing tons, and that stuff pays, guys. I make a lot of money from just those background stuff that you barely can even hear in the background. There's a lot of money to be made because the quantity is so high in that kind of content. So that's why I've always recommended at least, or maybe at most, actually, I should say, go with two exclusive libraries. Now, just be very careful. That means that you can't send the same tracks to both. If they're exclusive, that means that the music you send to the library A needs to stay with library A forever, whatever the term is that you agreed with them. Then if you want to work with library B, another exclusive but different company, give them different music, okay? That's what, they're not signing you as an artist saying, hey, if we sign you as an exclusive producer, you can't work with any other libraries. No, I had a library in the early part of my career tell me that, and it was false and wrong, and don't let anybody talk you into that. You're an independent contractor. Independent contractors can go work wherever they would like to, as long as you're following along with their contract that they had you sign. And almost every single licensing agreement you're going to get is signing your music, not you. Okay, so it's not like the record deals where they're signing you and saying you owe us 7 albums, and until you give us those 7 albums, we're not releasing you. None of that exists that I've even heard of in this industry. It's just about, we're going to basically get you under contract for this first album. Usually they want an album to partner with you, 10 or 12 tracks. They like it, they're going to distribute it, cool. Then you start working on the next album, and they don't even have to get you a whole new contract. They'll just give you an addendum, like an attachment to the original contract that says, okay, we're going with the same terms as before, but now we add the second album. And that's usually how you're going to be working with these libraries.